Hello everyone, and you're watching Bitcoin Bubble News Channel. As a business, you need money to run. Anyone who does business in the fiat world gets fiat money. Then they choose when they need to invest in growth. Will they sell shares, take out a loan, or use cash as it comes in? In the sense that our income is measured in Bitcoin, we don't work in the cash world. That's why we like to keep as much Bitcoin as we can. So if we need to pay for operations or growth, we think about whether we should pay for operations or growth. If we want to sell stock or Bitcoin, we should use loans. Not long ago, there was never a reason to sell Bitcoin because even if you only use the low end of the 20% yearly range, it always works out to be better than the other options. Bitcoin Bubble stands out because it is clear and easy to understand. We've made an event that anyone can enjoy. No matter how much you know about crypto or how new you are to it, guess who is watching us? Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad. We'd also like to thank everyone who put their trust in us. We read all of your comments, and the best part is that it's free. If you sign up now, you'll get all the new information for free. Stay ahead of the trends instead of just following them. Sign up for Bitcoin Bubble right now and enjoy the new age. Fred Thiel talks about how to buy Bitcoin. The future of Bitcoin mining, what makes Marathon different from other Bitcoin mining companies, and what are the problems that need to be solved before Bitcoin can be used by everyone. Because for us, luck means that chance and readiness come together. When it comes to business, being able to buy something when the chance comes up is what makes a winner. You can sell it if you want to. It's the same as real estate or any other asset. You can buy when the market goes down if you have the money. The same thing happened when we bought $100 million worth of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been going through some really interesting swings lately. You can even get Bitcoin for less if you buy it when it goes down. People also ask us, why are you mining Casper, which they don't know what we do? What the heck is that? It looks like you mine Bitcoin. Well, for me, 1 kilowatt of energy is worth 8 cents in Bitcoin. Okay. A dollar is made by 1 kilowatt of Casper. That dollar can be used to buy Bitcoin. Wow, that's cool. Casper is a coin that requires work to be valid. I get it. It's a new coin. I get it. And technology that is very cool. But we are always thinking about what we can do to make money that we can turn into Bitcoin. I get it. Because anything that helps us save money on Bitcoin is good for us. Yes. At the end of the day, you can be very set in your ways about Bitcoin, or you can be fair once you explain it to someone. Yes, right. Most people have a different idea of what is good and bad than I do. Because models often tell us what is good and bad. When you look at it logically though, if you're making things better for your shareholders, workers, partners, the ecosystem, and the Bitcoin world, then that's a good thing. Taking away value is a bad thing to do. The Bitcoin environment, because it helps me mine more Bitcoin, get more Bitcoin, and buy more Bitcoin. What's wrong with that? I'm only adding value to the Bitcoin community. After being strongly rejected at $65,000, the Bitcoin price is now under strong selling pressure at $58,000. But Bitcoin with 100 BTC or more in their wallets, Bitcoin whales have hit a 17-month high just in time for some important events in September. The market has been disappointingly volatile over the past month, but Bitcoin whales have continued to build up their stocks, as shown by the Santiment report. The number of BTC whale wallets with more than 100 Bitcoins has grown by 283,120 in the past month. This is the most of these kinds of big holders in the last 17 months. Santiment also shows that the number of Bitcoins available on platforms has dropped sharply by 40,000, which is worth $2.4 billion. This has happened in just 3 days. These exchange movements show that Bitcoin whales are putting a lot of BTC into cold storage and buying Bitcoin when it's cheap. September could be a very busy month for the cryptocurrency markets in the coming months. The first part of the Cardano chain upgrade will go live on September 1st. This will move the blockchain network towards stronger control and more decentralization. People will be most interested in the Form C meeting in September and Jerome Powell's decision on interest rate cuts. If this rate cut is for 25 pups or 50 bases, though, it would be interesting to see. The market is thinking about the chance of a 100 web rate cut altogether by the end of the year. Besides the general confidence, investors will also be looking at a few of the best altcoins to help start the next alt season. Also, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are going to have their first presidential discussion. The crypto community is very interested in this news because the crypto industry has been at the center of the 2024 US presidential elections. The Asian market is getting ready for big crypto events like the Korean Blockchain Week, which starts September 9th. In the same way, the Token 2049 event will take place in Singapore later this month. These changes, along with the fact that Bitcoin whales are buying more and the exchange supply is going down, could be a big reason why the next part of the rally starts. What I think a lot of people forget is that, for lack of a better word, non-Bitcoiners have compared Bitcoin to metals like gold, silver, and others that don't run out. You can't make more Bitcoin, so it's the only way to invest. Always right. At any time, yes, that's why you should try to get as much as you can while you still can. Oh, okay. Because if Bitcoin goes to zero, my mining business will go out of business no matter who does the work. Oh, oh. That being said, why shouldn't I try to have as much Bitcoin as I can? The price of Bitcoin will only go up if the US government and other sovereigns decide to hold and buy Bitcoin. This means that my balance sheet will not only get stronger, but it will get even stronger. People need to be very careful about how they look at the markets, because when too much Bitcoin is held by a few hands, things can go very badly when those hands decide to move. Things that are going to happen in the next 6 to 12 months are really interesting. There will be a lot of derivative financial products that will let people trade risk and hedge risk in the same ways that they can trade other commodities. There are many ways to lower your risk in the oil business. As a way to make the market much more open, we'll see more and more of that with Bitcoin. Because think that in the future, the US government owns 2 million Bitcoin, which is 10% of all the Bitcoin that are out there. People from Saudi Arabia, Russia, China, India, and other places decide to own a total of 20%. This means that 30% of all the Bitcoin in the world is no longer for sale. All of a sudden, 70%, and you could say that about 4 million Bitcoin are lost, Satoshi's wallet, and other things like that, right? Anyway, that's another 20% or so. Now you have 50% of the Bitcoin locked up. Then there are the ETFs, which are already at 1% or 2%, and MicroStrategy, which is at 1% and rising. Now you're kind of at 60%. The market doesn't have a lot of money in it. So you need to get in now or things will get harder. And there is a huge demand for these derivative products on the markets. So over the next few years, the amount of money that is actually speculated on Bitcoin as an investment object will grow by a huge amount. A few weeks ago, Jack Mallers, CEO and founder of the global Bitcoin app Strike, talked to expert Scott Knocker about why he is a Bitcoin maximalist. He made it clear that this prediction is based on basic economic facts, such as how likely it is that inflation will rise and how bad social unrest will be. Even though some money has been leaving the US Bitcoin ETF lately, Mahler said that accumulation is still going on around the world, with Australia's Bitcoin ETF leading the way and over 110 businesses in Africa now building on Bitcoin. Mahler thinks Bitcoin is special and will do much better than other assets, even though other asset classes are also expected to go up.